Hey folks, how's everybody doing? Just wanted to, I know it's been a long time since I posted anything. I've just been awful busy. For a long time. I know not everybody was as fortunate, but I literally haven't missed a day of work since the entire pandemic started, so not only that, around springtime around here it gets really busy. We've currently got 3 turkeys and 39 meat chickens and 5 egg layers that we've raised from day-old chicks. So this has been fun and cool to teach the daughter about circle of life, stuff like that. But today we are going to do a DIY turkey feeder. I'll show you guys how I do it. I saw this somewhere. Goodness, I couldn't even tell you whose channel I saw it on, but it makes perfect sense. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm planning on doing with it, and how I make them. But the object of mine are make them out of PVC, and right now the turkeys have a 2-inch PVC feeder, and it's just not big enough for them anymore. They're growing pretty rapidly. I've got broad-breasted whites. We'll go out and take a look at them here in a little bit, but so I need to upsize. So I'll gather some stuff up and we can get started on it. All right. Okay guys, so the way I would mark this out, I can't exactly explain to you why this works, but it just does. So I've just got it laying on the tailgate here, and I'm just going to take my speed square, every carpenter has one. I'm going to set it up against the pipe. This is, let's see, the outside diameter of this pipe is 4.5. You don't have to do the center. All you got to do is make it the same on each end. So I will set her here, rest it up against the pipe. I'm going to shoot for center, so we'll just butt the tape into the speed square, mark 2 1/4. I'll come to the other end. I know it's tough to see. Let's see if I can get it in here. Doesn't have to go all the way to the end because you're going to use a straight edge. So we'll come over here, we'll mark 2 1/4. By the way, this is the best kind of tape money can buy, in my opinion. I know there will be a lot of arguments about that, but I've been a carpenter for 20 years and that's the only tape I buy. So just to transfer your marks, you just want to lay it on top there, right through your arrow. I'm just going to mark the very end on both sides. Bingo bango, that's done. Then what I'll do, you guys can see this side. So it's 2 1/4, that's what, 1 1/8. I'm going to shoot for a little bigger. I just want the mouth to be pretty wide. And this is just kind of an eyeball. So I'm shooting 1 5/8, 1 5/8, and 1 5/8 is 3 1/4. And I will do the same on the other end. Mark that out, and then we're just going to use the straight edge again. Position it on our marks and draw a line all the way down it. Now guys, this is a turkey feeder. It does not have to be perfect. As long as it's close, we'll be just fine. roll it around. Yeah, my straight edge is just a scrap piece of wood I have. I did eyeball down it to make sure it was nice and straight, and it is. So there we go. Oh, sorry about that. So this is going to be the width of the cut we're going to make. And what I'll do, usually I'll leave the ends, so we'll just leave 1.5 inches here. These speed squares are real nice. They've got notches. If I can get this to work. Got notches, so you just ride it around the edge. Put your marking utensil on your 1.5 inch mark and just draw around. We'll leave 1.5 inches on each end. And that looks really funky, but it's actually really nice and straight. We'll just leave that. And there's a million things that'll cut this. You don't have to have a specific tool to cut it with. Gosh dang, keep bumping the camera, sorry. I'm gonna try it with a grinder with a cutoff wheel. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I think I cut my last one with a circular saw. But we're gonna try it and see what happens. And yes, I am very well aware that I should have my guard on. I don't. I use them all the time. If you don't use a grinder all the time, an angle grinder, you definitely want to put the guard on it. I should probably have it anyway, because accidents can happen. But we're going to give it a go. Just like that. Oh, it's tough to see. Let's see if I can get it in the right light, but I'm all the way through from line to line. So we're gonna repeat. We'll run it all the way down, cut the other end, and I'll show you what we've got when I get done. Be right back. Okay, we're back. So it took about 2 or 3 minutes, and you're gonna get some stringy stuff if you cut it with a grinder. Probably if you cut it with anything. But if you want, you can run a file over this. Feels pretty decent. It's not going to hurt them, so I'll probably just leave it. But this is what you end up with. See there? Yeah. Got a lot of PVC dust in there, but it's okay. So that's what you end up with. Shake that out. And basically ends up just being a trough, so you can just dump feed down in it and they will eat the ever-living you-know-what out of it. So alright, now that we've got that, we've just got to do something to obviously cap off these ends. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might try to cut a piece of wood. Let's see, if this is outside diameter 4.5, looks like it's a 1/4 inch thick, so I'm guessing inside diameter, yeah, is 4 inches. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go see what I've got. I might just cut a couple of pieces of 1x. I'll probably just use a hole saw. I think I've got a 4-inch hole saw. And do some pre-drilling here around the edges, maybe 3 holes, and we'll just screw it right in. Not a big deal. So, alright, let me go see what I got. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so we hit a minor snag. Got 5.5 inch piece of aspen here. It was scrap trim. I do not have a 4-inch hole saw, so that's okay. There are a couple of different ways to do this. So just real quick, we'll go over a couple of them. This is actually about 5 9/16 wide, doesn't matter. Half of 5 1/2 is going to be 2 3/4. So we're just going to mark center. This is a circle cutter. It's actually for drywall, but it's got a little blade on it. It just acts as like a pair of dividers. It's got a rolling blade, and it's actually a drywall tool, like I said, and it's used to make real nice perfect circles that you can route out in drywall. So the way you set this, we want a 4-inch hole. It's already set for you, so you just move down here to your 4-inch mark. It's probably really hard to see, but it's all laid out there. And this one sets at the bottom, so we're just going to set it right on our 4-inch mark. You're going to set your pivot point right down here on our center mark. Kind of give it a little press and just dig that in. This wood is really soft, so it's not hurting the blade at all. I wouldn't try it on a hardwood or anything like that, just because I need this fork. So there you go. It's probably really hard to see from up there, but we'll see if we can get it in the right light. I doubt it. Yeah, there you go. Right down here you can see the edge of the circle. We marked a nice 4-inch circle. We can find that groove, just follow it around, and this is basically when you're cutting circles out of drywall, the same principle. The router is going to find that groove in the drywall that you put, and it's going to follow it right around real nicely, and it'll cut you out a nice perfect circle. Okay, so the second way you can do this, we're going to mark center again. Got me a pencil now, it's going to be a little easier, a little more accurate. 2 3/4, right? Okay. Now we're going to sink us a screw here. And we are going to use our speed square. The first thing you want to do is go from the center of your screw. You want to be pretty accurate here. Get you a 2-inch mark out there, which is half of your 4 inches. We're going to set our speed square down. We're going to find the notch that's closest. These Swansons all have these notches. They're really nice. We'll keep the angle of your pencil the same once you get it lined up with your mark. Just spin that thing around. Boom. There you have it. We'll measure it. We should be really close. We're right on. 4 inches. Okay. There you have it. So that is the second way to do this. Now, I've got a bandsaw in the shop, so I'm going to run in there and I'm going to cut both of these circles out on the bandsaw, and then we're just going to fit them. Like I said, this just has to keep feet in, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But we'll just cut them on the bandsaw close as we can, and then fire up the belt sander and sand it down until it fits in the hole. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the one I did with the bandsaw. And not bad, not bad. Here's the one I did with the circular saw. Been a wood framer. Well, I was a wood framer for a long time before I got in the union. And circular saw is usually my go-to. But anyways, we're just going to throw these on the 1-inch belt sander and take them right down to our marks and see how they fit. Be right back. So, I think I need just a little more sanding. There we go. Okay, that one's in. I think the other one will go as well. We're gonna give it a good old college try. Yeah, it looks like it might be a little bit bigger. Oh yeah. Here we have it. Now, could have I just went and bought caps for the ends for 4-inch PVC? Of course I could have, but that wouldn't have been near as much fun. So we'll get readjusted here again. Alright. But you know, I'm trying to do this with stuff that I have laying around the house. So I'm going to grab a drill bit and some screws, and I shall return shortly. Okay, so we're just going to drill, I think I got a 5/32 bit through the PVC with that, and then I've got a little 1/16 inch bit just to give it a little pre-drill, so hopefully it doesn't split. Just going to do 3 holes. Holes on each side, should be plenty. Oops. All right. Want to try to drill straight down. It's not coming out on the inside and poking the poor turkeys. Oops, sorry guys. Alright, I'm going to use some coated screws just because we got these coated, probably deck screws from a leftover job at some point. But it will be outside, so it'll be covered, but side. Excuse me. Dust got me sanding. Okay, there you have it. One 4-inch PVC turkey feeder, complete with caps. Now all we need to do is drill us a couple more holes, probably, not too far off the end of our cut there, to hang it, because the birds, turkeys, chickens, poultry, they love to roost on things, and if it's hanging, they're a lot less apt to try to jump on it and sit on it. they're not a huge fan of the swinging motion, so I try to hang my feeders and my waterers. It also gets them up off the ground. That way they're not pooping in their feed or water. Alright, okay, so let me run down some wire that I've got around here somewhere. We will run out to the turkey tractor and hang this thing. Okay, so I just went ahead and rigged me up a couple of little wire loops on it because the feeder that is in there currently is also a hanging feeder, and I figure I'll just clip the wire and wrap it around those and we should be good to go. So grab your favorite beverage and let's head to the turkey tractor. This is the Ranger. We use it to feed all the animals every day. So let's take a trip. We'll go past the egg laying coop. Ooh, this beverage is gonna get all over. Better chug some a little bit. We'll just take it easy. Hopefully we don't spill it all. Ooh, it's bright. This is maybe the future brooder. Oh, there's one of them. There they are. Hello, ladies. Got about 4 weeks to go before they should start laying eggs. I built their little coop last year. Everything I build for the animals usually is just scrap material from jobs, so I really don't have a whole lot of money in this stuff. The fence was a Christmas gift from my mom and dad, which was awesome. It's an electrified fence, and can't remember the brand. It's not the Premier fence, I don't believe, but it just runs off of a solar fence charger. You clip the little gator clip to it, ground it. Down there's my ground rod and wire, and it's kind of tough to see. There you go. There's my ground wire running to the ground rod. It doesn't work really well if you've got a lot of tall grasses, so I need to come out here and do some weed eating, but the chickens love this stuff, so. This is the little sweet corn patch here, and then the remaining bit of that is going to be pumpkin patch. Been very busy, so yes, there's a lot of weeds out here, but the garden's doing all right. Garlic's doing really well. I need to weed it, but it'll be coming out in less than a month, so I probably won't even mess with it. And then we'll cruise out here to the turkey tractor. Turkey tractor gets moved every day, so they get on fresh grass. There's only 3 turkeys in here. Alright. They've got about, sorry, I know I'm all over the place. They've got about, let's see, 6 weeks before they meet their demise, which is good because they're growing at a pretty rapid pace, and any longer than that, I don't think I'd have a pan or an oven big enough to cook them. So they're definitely interesting. They love to basically jump all over you when you, if you let them out. If I was to let them out, they would just follow me around the yard all over. I don't know, they're interested in everything. So this is 5 or 6 years old. I used to use it for chickens, and then I started doing more chickens than I would hold, so I figured 3 turkeys is about the right size. They were getting tore up by gnats this year early, so I went ahead and put some screen over it, and that helped a lot. But let's see here. I need to put some paint on this. This was treated plywood, but after so long of being outside, it just treating kind of wears off. I mean, it's in way better shape than untreated plywood would have been. So we'll get some paint on her after we get rid of these guys. And you can see in here, you've got the small turkey feeder. Like I said, it's just not doing it. Ooh, yeah. What are you doing? It's my first time doing turkeys, so I'm pretty sure these are all hens. Just because they should have beards growing and stuff like that, I would think by now, if they were toms. So, alright, I'm going to clip this feeder off and we'll put the new feeder in and I'll show it to you guys as soon as I get done. Okay guys, much better. The old feeder, the gap in the top was just, it was too small. They couldn't get all the way down in there. I think they'll do much better with this feeder. I ran out of that bag of feed. I've got more, but I'll have to get it out of the barn. And I try to limit their food because I don't know how these guys are, but the Cornish cross chickens that we do will literally just, I mean, they will just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And it causes a lot of health problems. So I've heard that these are kind of the same way, this breed of turkey. Kind of the same way. So I try to limit them to about 12 hours of feeding. But in the morning we'll fill that up and we'll see how much they eat tomorrow. But there you have it. There's your DIY turkey feeder, trough feeder. And alright, let's go check on some chickens. Okay, here we are at the Cornish cross tractor. You can see I put wheels on it. They help a lot. I mean, you still have to, a little labor intensive to move it, not bad at all. But you can see these guys, they're about 5.5 weeks old. Let's see, we'll just go in here. I'm gonna keep these things closed up good because the critters love the chickens. But here we go. Here we go. Now we can see them a little better. But yeah, about 5.5 weeks old. I've got them scheduled to be butchered at 8 weeks. And as you can see, like, look at that guy. He's a big old rooster. And the roosters grow a little faster than the hens. So just by looking around, you can kind of tell which ones are roosters, which ones are hens. You're never going to be 100% certain unless you sex them or order. Oh, they've got some gnats. You guys need to learn to be chickens and eat these bugs. But they really outgrow their feathers a lot. You can see, especially on their tail ends. But these guys are raised for their breast meat. They grow giant breasts. And we've got trough feeders in here too. Of course, we started with 40. We've only lost one, which is really good for these guys. But a lot of that is due to limiting their feed to 12 hours a day. If you just let them eat all they want, they'll start dropping like flies. It's kind of crazy. But this gets moved every day. Now, at this age, I'll probably start moving it in the morning and the evening, because these guys are basically just poo factories. So that's the Cornish cross, but you can see a lot of them develop leg problems if they eat too much. And these guys they like to get up and move, and they don't have any leg problems, anything like that. I should probably put some screen over there. Hey, over their coop, but we're showing them all the chickens. But hello? Also, the tarp I used the last time I had a white poly tarp, which seemed to keep it a little cooler in there. So I'll probably go back to that. What's that?
Did you save him the one that got attacked?
No, he didn't get attacked, baby. I think he just got marred up a little bit by the tractor when I was moving it. It is a chicken tractor.
This?
There's the not so tiny tornado. You're growing up, guys. But yeah, this is why you don't hear from me or see me a whole lot anymore. Just awfully busy. So, well, there's what's been going on around here. Like I said, see, they're just pecking at their almost empty feeders. They'll do that all night until I come out here and fill them in the morning, and then they will act like rabid...
Half animals.
Yeah, exactly, rabid animals when you dump the feed in there. Maybe I'll try to get some of that on video. But, okay, it appears this is perfect timing. Mrs. Hoosier Hillbilly and the Not So Tiny Tornado have arrived home, so I'm going to sign off, and there you have your DIY poultry feeders. Just on a little side note, I did cut the holes in the tops of these a lot wider because these birds aren't near as big and they have a harder time getting down into it. The turkeys are just fine, so that's the only reason for that. But all right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoy your summer, and hopefully everybody's doing good, and hopefully I can check in a little more often. But for now, we're out. See you guys later.